Hi there, welcome to Made by Granat. It's Anna here, and this is my ideas journal. We made this together last week or the week before, and in step 1 I put the journal together. Step 2 I put in the signatures, and I started by making my first edition, which is this envelope pocket thingy. And today I'm gonna add another idea that I don't want to forget. So I can't remember if I saw this at, if it was Rachel at Rox's Creation, or if it was Raven Vintage CA, or I've watched so many lately, but it could be Raven Vintage. So I'm gonna make a book page pocket with a little twist, and if I have time, because this will not be a short video, I will also make a tag to go in it. So I'm going to use a page from this medicinal dictionary, and I'm just going to pull one out, and this is only for the ideas journal. Sometimes I will probably mass make things and add one into here, and sometimes I will probably make like this, that I make it dedicated for the ideas journal. So what I want to do is that I'm gonna make, as I said, a pocket. So I'm gonna cover one side in a surface that is writable, and I think I'm gonna use this. This is an old notebook that I got for my 20th birthday from my then boyfriend, and I am now 50. So this is vintage. It's 30 years old and I never used all of it, and it's a bit, I don't want to fold it and make it into signatures, but I can use it to cover things. And I think it's quite fun to use this old paper. And I think I actually am going to tear it rather than cut it. So I have my paper underneath and I see where I want to do the tear. I just want to cover the text really, so right over here you can see the book page behind there. I'm just going to tear it, and then I am going to tear it down here. There we go. Then I will glue these two together. And that will give the page a bit of heft, a bit more sturdy. So I'm going to put that to the side for now. I'm just thinking how I want to have my pages. Using glue stick, it's a bit big surface, so I don't want to use art glitter glue. It will probably dry before I even added it to all of the page. Anyway, this dries a bit slower, even though it dries quite quick for being a glue stick. Then I'm going to plop this down. That's a very scientific term, the plopping. Plopping it down. Okay. Now that can rest for a little bit, and we can start let's just, it will dry, I know it will. So we're gonna fold this in the middle, in the center. Just smushing it a bit. Yeah, just stay put there. There we go. So now we have one side that is like this, and the other side is upside down. So what I'm gonna make is a pocket, as I said, and to make it a pocket you would add it to your page. I think I'm gonna make it, I think I'm gonna take I want that side. Here. So I'm just going to glue it down on 3 sides. There you have a pocket. But then also this one flips up and you can journal inside the whole thing. So I'm going to make a notch first before I do anything else. I think I'm going to actually decorate it a little bit, even though it is for my ideas journal, because it's quite fun. I made a notch that is going to interfere, but you can still journal around it, right? So that will be the only thing you have to think of when you do this kind of pocket is you can't put it too far into the center, because then you are going to get problems trying to flip it up. So put it a bit more out to the edge. But let's decorate a little bit first. I'm in the mood to decorate. What do I want to use? I want to use maybe some origami paper. And I was thinking I could kind of tear it and then add something on top. Maybe we should have a bird. A birdie. Let's just get a bird and see which one we want to use. I can actually use the crow. That's something I wouldn't use in my... This is not a crow, this is something else, I believe. In Swedish it's a kråka. I don't know what it is in English. I would probably not use that anywhere else. But I could make it a bit prettier by adding the piece of paper. Right? So I'm going to cut a little bit more of the white around the feet of the bird before I ink it. I'm not going to do the extreme cutting where I use my X-Acto blade and a sheet of glass and cut it out every little piece of white. Since it is an ideas journal, it's just for me. Just want to get the idea saved. That was not a very good pair of scissors you got, Anna. It was not very good at all. But it will work. I have decided that it will work, and then it will work. Okay, so let's tear this a bit. Well, maybe I want that side. I'm looking on the screen here. Actually, it doesn't match at all. Maybe I have another one. I'm just leafing through my stash over here. Could I use this one? Maybe I could. Yeah, let's use that one. And let's tear it a bit. This is from a 6x6 scrapbooking paper, I think. So I'm just gonna add it like that as a decoration, and then this one will go over, and I'm going to add some label or a stamp or something. So I'm just getting some ink. In the last ideas journal I had, I just made things really, how should I say, I didn't finish them off like I'm doing now. I just made them, didn't decorate, and stick them in, and that wasn't very inspiring. So I thought, in this one, since I'm also going to take you guys with me many of the times, I will make them a bit more pretty, even though I'm probably going to use a scrap papers and so on. So I'm going to add that there. Once again, out with the glue stick. So I just dived in to my ideas journal without asking, how are my friends doing? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing good, or great even. It's Tuesday evening as I'm filming this. I have been working today. I worked yesterday, and if you were here last week, you know that this weekend we had my middle daughter, her confirmation at church, and we had a little bit of a family gathering afterwards, and this thing has totally stressed me out. Last week was all about fixing the food and the cake. I was up at 7:30 Sunday morning baking a cake. How about that? Anyway, you know, would I get the strawberries for the cake or not? Or she had to have something to wear, her brother had to have something to wear, and would my dress fit? And you know, all things. I had to give her a gift. Yeah, so I was a bit, on Sunday when the guest had gone home, I was almost feeling sick. I just went to bed and slept. Oh, it was so silly. Let's see if we'll have a Timmy stamp, maybe in pink or gray or something. Grayish. Greige. Isn't there a color called greige? I think it is. Let's use this guy. Oops. Let's just put him up here. Okay. We added 3 things. That's a collage. So I decorated the pocket. I am going to glue it in here. And if I find the video where I learned this, I am going to write it down here. And that's the thing with this idea journal. As you can see, I'm only gluing on 3 sides, because I want to be able to tuck things behind it. And I'm adding it in. Let's flip it up. And to the untrained eye, this is just a pocket, but you still have the hidden journaling space within. I think that's a fun thing. Here you can see what I did for the first pocket. I wrote that it was from 507 Willow House Journals, and it was on YouTube, April 2026. I didn't remember the date, but then I can go back and find the video in my liked videos on YouTube and find the idea. So we need something to put in here, and I'm going to use one of my favorites. This is from a bird book that I have, and I often cut off the big birds and then I save the rest of them. And I have made this before, but I'm gonna make it again. I just fold it like that. And now I once again want to add some writable surface in here, because this will be a double tag. And let's use the same paper, why not? It's lying here right next to me, so why not use it? And I am going to take this off the holes. What's it called? This piece is going off and going into the bin. Then I want to add it something like that. And I don't mind that it is torn, because it's only going to be for me, so that's okay. Glue stick. So my idea with these ideas journal is that if I don't do a mass make, just do one of these, they will be about 15, maybe 20 minutes, 20 minutes, but hopefully about 15 minutes long, so that they won't be too much to take in. And I will make one or two things each time. And that will be the front, and that will be the back. And the back is also going to be covered up and made into a space that you can journal on. And I think I'm gonna want to take off, yeah, that piece. Okay. So this is a tag with lots of journaling opportunities. It's a fun thing to add into your journals. Let's see. There we go. Just using my little tool to flatten everything out. And then make sure it still folds. Then we're gonna make it into a tag shape. And I think I am going to use my template today. Cut it. Like so. Flip it over and line it up and cut. Okay, so we have a tag shape and we have writable surfaces. I want something to top this with, and I want to cover it in something fun. So we could use the same paper as there. We can use something completely different. Just once again checking my little bin over here behind me. To see what I can find. Could do that. This is just a thank you note I got in something I bought. Why not use it? Stylish dresses for misses and small women. That's just... Yes, that would work, and then I would cut that off and maybe add a label and a topper. Ooh, they didn't use a pen that liked glue. Used a gel pen maybe. And as I said, this is just for me, so it is going to be in my own ideas journal. Don't get sticky. And I'm also going to shape this a bit. There we go. And I need a topper. How about a piece of fabric? Or these, maybe it's too small. Could it's been glued together. No, that's too small. Let's use a piece of this then. It's from the spine of the book. And I hope it's gonna work with the glue stick. And then I want to glue on this side as well. Maybe I can use the art glitter glue on that side. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and that means that it is time to use it to lose it again. A label. Yeah, so we will see what we make. I have been going through my stash lately, and I think I have things that needs to be remade that I made many years ago, and that could be something we make, maybe one of those things. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's add it down here. So we are flirting with the pink in the dresses there a bit. So we have a tiny label down here. We have a topper, which is a bit grungy, and we have journaling space inside and on the back. And we will put that back here. And I can also see that I need to add more glue because it lifts. There we go, that's better. Craft paper was really taking all the glue from the paper. Okay, we made a pocket and we made a tag to go in it and added into the idea journal. Secret writing space and more secret writing space. All for your secrets. Okay, thank you all for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was fun starting to add things to the idea journal. I think it's I'm really looking forward to working on this and adding things, and I'm going to lift it up so you can see more closely what we did, and you can add that up. Thank you all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. It helps me to, or us, to grow, the channel to grow. Okay, I will be with you guys tomorrow, and then we have Use It or Lose It. Bye for now.